Welcome here, Punch Out Boxing. Delighted to be here with Ionut Baluta and Anis Taj, fighter, lawyer, manager, translator,
That's it, the fighter, all in one.
man of many talents. Ionut, welcome back. You put on a hell of a fight. It's been almost a year ago. I know your coach was furious. He thought you should have got the stoppage win because of the cut. Reflecting back on it, do you think you was definitely the winner?
En la pasada pelea es un año y tú está una muy gran espectacular, por ejemplo, por ti y tu entrenador la pasada habló que es tu ganar y esta necesita por un knockout, pero ¿qué es tu opinión en la performance?
No, la pelea pasada fue un robo claro porque una pelea no puede parar el entrenador. La pelea para solo el árbitro.
The last fight, yeah, it was a great performance. It was a good performance. He won. We need to know that. And yes, my previous coach thought I'd won it, and it should have been. But what they said is what they said. So we've got to take it at that.
I'm sure you're not naive. You know what this game's like. But Mccann, he's the golden boy for Queensberry. They're going to favour him. Bearing that in mind, do you think this time you have to stop him to make sure you get the win?
Ahora Mccann está el número uno por Queensberry, ¿vale? ¿Y qué es tu opinión? ¿Necesitas un knockout por ganar? ¿Pero por qué?
No, a mí no me interesa que Dennis Mccann está el número uno, puede estar el número uno, el 10. Yo estoy aquí para doy un gran espectáculo y para traerme el cinturón a casa.
I couldn't care if Mccann is the golden boy of Queensberry, if he's the number one of Queensberry. I'm here to come and fight. I'm here for a great, spectacular event and to win a title.
Fantastic. Looking back at that fight, what were the flaws you saw in Mccann last time? And since then, he's managed to get 2 fights in. Have you watched them and have you seen improvements in him since your fight?
En la pasada pelea, ¿qué tú visto que es un problema por Mccann? Y ahora Mccann tenía 2 más peleas y un nuevo entrenador. ¿Qué tú dices?
No, a mí no me interesa que ha cambiado el entrenador o que ha tenido una pelea este año, porque a mí también me ha venido una oferta para pelear con el rival que ha peleando Dennis Mccann, pero yo no he querido porque a mí me interesa solo peleas grandes.
I don't really care if he had weaknesses. I don't really care about him changing trainer or having more fights. I had an offer to fight for the title, and whether that's Mccann or whether it was anyone else, I would have had the fight. So I'm going into it. I'm just going to win that title.
So this is for the European title. Is there some reason you've not had a fight in that past year? Have the promoters been ignoring you?
I could answer that now. Esta por la situación de peleas por la pasada, por ejemplo, porque tú no tenías un pelea en un año. Pero yo hablo, ¿vale?
Sí.
So we've had at the time I was head of his legal team. So we didn't have any decent offers to fight. What we were provided with were tick-over fights as they wanted the Mccann rematch. We agreed to that rematch to happen in December, which we were then told wouldn't happen in December. So in order to facilitate Mccann to have another couple of fights. We were then told, all Ionut needs is a 6-rounder or a 4 or 6-rounder. Why are we going to spend a lot of money in terms of what I was told? I won't say who's told me this, but I don't need to spend that much money. We only need a 4-rounder. But the issue that we had is any sort of fight for Ionut could affect his ranking with the EBU. He was ranked number 1 for the EBU. We had a fight with Shabazz Massoud for the EBU, but this was spoken about for Ramadan. So we had Ramadan in there, so of course Shabazz wasn't going to fight. So he pulled himself out of that. So then the EBU had Dennis Mccann the next fight, and they ordered it because we had won our team, the Marbella group. We had won purse bids for Ionut versus, I believe it was with someone else. We'd won a purse bid, but then he pulled out with Liam Davies for the EVU before Liam Davies had officially vacated. As soon as we won the bid, then he officially vacated, which is all fair and well. We want a rematch with Liam Davies, but that's beside the point. The next available person, Shabazz Masood, pulled himself out because of Ramadan, which is understandable. And then we had McCann. So purse bids were going to be called. We were speaking at that time. His previous manager ceased to be his manager, so then he wanted me to take over, as I was dealing with everything anyway. So he said my deal with him has always been, I'm going to help you as much as I can. So he said, look, you've been a manager, you understand it all anyway. So we were speaking to a few companies, promotional companies, in regards to getting signed. When the purse bids were announced, I had a few assurances that certain people were going to bid a certain amount, but the offer eventually from Queensberry, Frank Warren, was good enough for us. With someone giving an assurance about what they're going to bid doesn't necessarily mean that they will bid that. So the issue I had to see it from is a perspective for my fighter. Nice to say that now, but I had to see it from his perspective on what the amount that we're guaranteed from Queensberry. Is it possible for us to get that split whether we go into purse bids or not? It didn't work out for what I thought it to be, regardless of everything. So that's why we've now been called for. We've agreed it with Queensberry, and we've got some stuff coming after this. All going well, God willing, we win on Saturday. That's the first thing. Then we see what comes afterwards.
Fantastic. I have to ask you, I mean, we've seen you over here a few times now. You always give these British prospects hell. Probably should have beaten a few of them. Are you now looking to get this win and then push on to the world scene where your efforts probably belong?
Visto en la pasada tú tenías peleas con todo de Inglaterra prospecta, sí, con boxeadores inglés. Y en tu opinión, después de pelear con McCann, gano y después voy con un título del mundo. ¿Esta tu opinión o qué?
No, yo peleo cualquier boxeador, pero primero estoy para sale bien este pelea del sábado para ganar y después quiero una vacación después de ese sábado.
My first goal is to get the win on Saturday, get the fight done, get the win, and then after that we'll see what it is. I'm going to go on a little vacation. From there, we'll map out what we want to do.
All right.
My management side of things. After this fight, maybe one more at European level, then we should be going towards world level.
Yeah, well worthy from the performances he's shown. All right, Ionut, thank you for your time. Good luck on